Hello friends, how are you? I hope you are good. So, I have already completed from the medical biochemistry series two theory lectures. The one that is cell components and the functions of the cell membrane, and the other lecture chemistry of carbohydrates. Today I am going to start a new lecture, that is the chemistry of lipids. So in this lecture I will teach you about the chemistry of the lipids. Now you must know that our body contains three important constituents, that is carbohydrate, lipids and proteins. So the chemistry of carbohydrate already we have completed. Now we will see the chemistry of lipids. In the chemistry of lipid we will see what are lipids, that is in the introduction we will see. In the introduction of the chemistry of lipid, you must know that the lipids are not polymers. They are not polymers. They are heterogeneous compounds. Now these are the words here, not polymer and heterogeneous compound. Not polymer means carbohydrate. We have seen in the carbohydrate that the carbohydrates, they have the glucose molecules. Many molecules, if they contain, they are said to be the polymers of glucose. That is the polysaccharides. Polysaccharides, they are called as polymers of glucose. So this glucose will form the polymer of the glucose. The polysaccharide will form the polymer of glucose. If the proteins will form the polymer with amino acid, number of amino acids comes together and they form the polymer of the protein. Polymer of the amino acids. So these are the two examples of the polymers, but in lipids they are not polymers. They are the heterogeneous compounds. Now, in the definition we will see what is in my heterogeneous compound. So you must know that these are the complex molecules. Lipids are complex molecules and they are stored as a nutrient. This is one of the important nutrients in the diet. So you must know that the diet contains so many nutrients. The nutrients like vitamins, minerals, carbohydrate, lipids, proteins. So these are nothing. These are the nutrients of the food diet. So you must know that this lipid is one of the important stored nutrient, and it is stored as a fat. As a fat in our body. So you must know that these lipids, they are stored in the body in the adipose tissues. So what is in my adipose tissue? Adipose tissue is nothing but a layer under the skin. A layer under the skin is called as adipose tissue. So this lipids are stored. Why they are stored? They are stored for the purpose of energy. Nine kilocalories is yielded by the lipid. The energy 9 kilocalorie. Or you can say that 9 calories of the energy is yielded by the lipids. In the carbohydrate, 4 kilocalories is yielded. The carbohydrate which is concerned with the diet is nothing but it yields 4 kilocalories, but these fats which are stored under the skin, that is in the adipose tissue, will yield 9 calories of the energy. The lipids are solid at room temperature, and they are liquid at room temperature. So this is the difference between the solid and lipid. Solid means a fats, and oils, they are in the form of liquid. Oils such as mustard oil, corn oil, these are vegetable oils. So these are at room temperature, they will be in the liquid form. Also these lipids, they are in the solid form also. So you must know these are the two different forms of the liquid will be there, solid form and liquid form. Now we'll see the definition here. If a question is asked to you in the examination, define lipid. Lipids. So you have to write stepwise in the examination. First you have to define it. What is meant by lipid, or what are the lipids? So the question is define lipid, classify it with suitable examples, and give the functions of lipids. So in this you have to write a particular answer here. First you have to define, you have to give the definition of the lipid. Lipids are heterogeneous compounds insoluble in water and soluble in, they are insoluble in water and soluble in the organic solvents. What are the organic solvents here? Example: chloroform, benzene, ether. Lipids are heterogeneous compounds insoluble in water and soluble in organic solvent. These are the organic solvents. We can also say that these organic solvents are non-polar solutions. What is meant by non-polar solution? They do not have any type of charge. Therefore, it is said to be non-polar solvents. So you must know that the lipids are heterogeneous compounds insoluble in water and soluble in organic solvent. Example: chloroform, benzene, ether. These are the non-polar solvents or substances. In other words, we can define lipids as they are the esters of fatty acids with alcohol. Esters of fatty acid, they are the long chain of esters of fatty acid with alcohol. Here the alcohol meaning here glycerol. So it is a type of alcohol which is present in the esters of the fatty acid, that is glycerol. Now we will see the occurrence of the lipids. Lipids are found in microorganisms, plants, animals, and in all types of the cells. Microorganisms, plants, animals, and all type of the cells. So these are the occurrence of the lipids. So you must know that these are utilized by the living organism. Now we'll see some general functions of the lipids, then we'll see in detail the functions of the lipids. So the general functions are, they are the stored lipids for energy. 9 kilocalories is the energy yielded from 1 gram of fat, and in the carbohydrate 1 gram of carbohydrate will yield 4 kilocalories or calories of the energy. So this is the difference between the lipid and carbohydrate. Now these lipids, they are stored lipids for energy, and they are the structural component of the cell membrane. They are the structural component of the cell membrane. During the theory lecture of the cell, its components and cell membrane, we have seen the functions of the cell membrane. So here if you see the structure of a cell, in the center nucleus is there, and the outermost layer is called as cell membrane, and the liquid which is present inside the cell, it is said to be the cytoplasm, and different organelles are also located in the cell: mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum. So here this outermost layer is said to be the cell membrane, and it contains lipids in the form of phospholipid, cholesterol. So these are the lipids which are present in the cell membrane. So the general functions are: it is as a stored lipid for the energy purpose, and it is structural component of the cell membrane. Third one is all metabolic processes. Many metabolic processes are carried out in our body with the help of the lipids. Metabolic, it carries metabolic processes. These are the general functions of the lipids. Now we'll see classification of the lipids. What are the classification here? Lipids are classified as simple lipid, compound lipid, derived lipid, and miscellaneous lipid. This classification is given by a scientist known as Blur. So Blur reported first the classification of the lipid, that is in the 4 different types of the lipids are there. Simple lipids. Under these simple lipids, the examples are triglyceride, waxes. These are the 2 examples, triglycerides and waxes. Triglycerides are also known as neutral lipids. Why they are said to be neutral lipids? Because they do not have any charge. Means, therefore it is neutral lipid. So here, these are the 2 examples of simple lipids, triglycerides and waxes. The another class of the lipids is compound lipid. The example is phospholipid, glycolipids, sulfolipids, and another is lipoproteins. So these are the examples of the compound lipids. Phospholipids, glycolipids, sulfolipids, and lipoproteins. Now the third classification is derived lipids. Under this derived lipid, the example is fatty acids, steroids, and fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. Vitamin A, D, E, and K. So these are the important examples of derived lipids. And the another one is the ketone bodies. So here, if you see the examples of derived lipid: fatty acid, steroids, vitamin A, D, E, K. These are the fat soluble vitamins. And ketone bodies. The ketone bodies: acetoacetic acid, acetoacetate, and beta hydroxybutyrate. These are nothing but these are the ketone bodies. So here these are the examples of derived lipids. Where from this derived lipid comes? It comes from the hydrolysis of the simple lipids and compound lipids. So you can get the derived lipids here. The combination of these simple lipids and compound lipids will form derived lipids here. Miscellaneous lipids are there. These are steroids and terpenoids, carotenoids, and another one is choline. So these are all the classification here. Classification of lipids: simple lipids, compound lipids, derived lipids, and miscellaneous lipids. Examples are given here of these types of the lipids, and now we'll see one by one what are the important functions of lipids in our body. If you see the functions of the lipid, the first function of the lipid is that it acts as a storage form. It will show the storage function, that is, the fats are stored in the adipose tissues. I have already told you that what are adipose tissues. A layer just below the skin is called as adipose tissues, and these fats known as triglycerides, they are stored, and whenever it is needed by the body for the energy purpose, they are utilized by the body. So here you must know that it shows the storage function, and the second one is structural. Component. I just told you in the general functions of the lipids that it acts as a structural component of the cell membrane. I told you that the lipids in the form of phospholipid cholesterol, it is present in the outer layer of the cell, that is called as cell membrane. And the another function is that it acts as a thermal insulator. It acts as a thermal insulator. It is one of the important function of the lipid that during the cold period that it do not lose the heat from the body. So it preserves the heat inside the body during the cold days. So here it acts as a thermal insulator in our body, and as well as it also acts as an electrical insulator. Some lipids, they are present in the nerves of the brain, and they just flow the waves of the impulses, and therefore these lipids, they act as an electrical insulator. Now you must know that this insulator, electrical insulator, is shown by the nerves, or you can say neurons of the brain. That lipids are present in the neurons of the brain, and they just waves the nerve impulses. Therefore they are said to be the electrical insulator of the body. The another function of the lipid is it forms acetyl CoA. It is an important substance or compound. This acetyl CoA is formed by the lipid in the process of beta oxidation of fatty acids. Now this acetyl CoA is formed. This beta oxidation process is nothing but it is a metabolic process in our body, and so many reactions are carried out. It starts from the fatty acid. The first step is fatty acids. The beta oxidation of this fatty acid takes place. I will also take this in detail in the metabolic process, but here you must know that the acetyl CoA is a compound formed by the beta oxidation of fatty acid, and this compound is essential for the formation of cholesterol. What is cholesterol? Cholesterol is nothing but it is a steroid compound, steroid lipid. What is steroid compound? Steroid compounds are the compounds which will have a central ring structure called as cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrin. Cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrin. Such a big name is there. A ring structure which is present in the center of the cholesterol is said to be cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrin. This type of structures are present in the steroid compound. Steroid compounds are nothing which will have cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrin in the center of the compound. So you must know that this acetyl-CoA is formed by the beta oxidation of fatty acid, and this acetyl-CoA is important for the synthesis of cholesterol. And why this cholesterol is essential? This cholesterol is present in the cell membrane, and this cholesterol also important from the point of the parameter in the body. This cholesterol should be present in normal range from 145 milligram percent to 250 milligram percent. This will be the normal range of the cholesterol in our body. Many times I think you have seen in the advertisement in the TV to use the oil to just remain away from the cardiac diseases. So here this cholesterol level, if it increases more than 250 milligram percent in the blood, then it will cause the heart diseases. So here you must know that the cholesterol is formed by the acetyl-CoA, and this is nothing but the cholesterol is the precursor for some bile salts and hormones also. So these bile salts and hormones are also formed by the cholesterol in our body. So this is one of the important function which is carried out by the lipids. Now we'll see the another functions of these lipids. It also important for the synthesis of essential fatty acids. Now if you see the definition of essential fatty acids are nothing but they are the fatty acids which are not formed by the body, but we get it from the diet. So these are very important for the health and growth purpose. So here these essential acids are also formed by the lipids, and eicosanoids are the compounds known as prostaglandins. Eicosanoids are the compounds known as prostaglandins are also formed by the lipids. So here you must know that these essential fatty acids are formed by the lipid and which are necessary for the formation of eicosanoids and prostaglandins. Now we'll see the another function of the lipid. Lipids also helps for the transportation of the triglycerides. It carries the transportation process in the body, transportation of triglycerides, cholesterol and phospholipids. These are the substances which are transported with the help of a lipid known as lipoprotein. Lipoprotein means lipid plus protein. It comes under the compound class of the lipids. Lipid plus proteins. These are the substances which are essential for the transportation of triglyceride, chlorocholesterol and the phospholipids. So this is one of the important this is also one of the important function of the lipid. The another function of the lipid is the phosphatides from the platelets. helps for the formation of thromboplastin, which is nothing but it is a coagulation factor. Coagulation factor. So here the phosphatides from the platelets of the blood, they synthesize thromboplastin, which are helpful for the coagulation of the blood, and it is known as coagulation factor. So here you must know it is also acts as an important dietary constituent. Lipid also acts as an important dietary constituent. So you must know that the dietary nutrient or dietary constituent means that fats, they are responsible for the transportation of the triglyceride as well as the formation of hormones and fat soluble vitamins A, D, E and K. So these are all important functions which are carried out in our body. So friends, if you like my lecture, give some comment, subscribe it. Thank you very much.